Welcome to Colgate Career Services Student Code of Conduct, Professional Career Search Ethics Workshop. The purpose of this workshop, specifically, is to provide a brief introduction to standards of professional conduct in your job and internship search. To begin, it's pertinent to explain why this Code of Professional Conduct. This standard was implemented due to feedback from employers who recruit at Colgate and alumni who network with our students. These partners expressed how students' lack of knowledge of professional ethics and preparedness for the job search has in some cases been negatively impacting their ability to successfully land opportunities. This dynamic becomes more pronounced in a challenging economy. Therefore, we require all students who wish to participate in the Colgate recruiting program, the endowed funds positions, and or alumni networking activities to attend this workshop, sign our Code of Conduct, and have your resume approved by our office during this academic year. Through completing the steps, you will be better equipped to tackle the expectations you will encounter in your professional life. So essentially, what students will gain by agreeing to the Colgate Student Code of Conduct is access. Access to three major programs. The Colgate Recruiting Program that offers on-campus interview opportunities, off-campus interview days in Boston, New York, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and Syracuse, and participation in resume collections. Students will also gain access to our amazing endowed fund opportunities that provide stipends for summer experiences. And thirdly, networking access. Students have an amazing tool in the ICANN platform where through the generosity of our engaged alumni, students can network effectively to learn more about fields and opportunities out there in the world of work. The next slides will address the professional ethics and expectations we require of students while using Colgate Recruiting, endowed funding, or networking resources. Please be aware that your actions, both positive and negative, reflect upon you, upon Colgate, and on future Colgate candidates. The Code of Conduct you will be directed to sign at the conclusion of this workshop will review these expectations in writing. The first expectation relates to how you represent yourself as a candidate. Misrepresentation is usually not done intentionally, yet the consequences may be as severe. In all interactions, written and verbal, you must depict yourself, your skills, and your experiences accurately. Be sure not to round up your GPA. Ensure your resume's dates and descriptions are accurate and indicate your true level of proficiency when speaking about your skills. This standard also exists for discussions regarding the requirements of you or Colgate in the hiring process. An example of this might include your ability to receive credit for an internship. Be upfront and truthful in all of your interactions and strive to eliminate any confusion or potential for miscommunication. If you are unsure how to address this with an employer, please work with one of our advisors at Career Services. Most students have a digital identity on social networks. It is crucial to manage that identity appropriately while conducting an internship or job search. Update your phone voicemail with a professional message. Managing your electronic identity will help to leave a good impression on prospective employers. Career networking has become an essential part of the internship and job search process. To ensure success, contact Colgate alumni only in the most courteous and appropriate manner. Be sure to research the person and their organization before you reach out to them. Do not ask them for a job or for an internship, or for them to conduct your search for you. Asking inappropriate questions can jeopardize Colgate's relationship with alumni. Instead, ask thoughtful questions about their career path since Colgate. Request information regarding how to identify and pursue jobs and internships, and ask for referrals to other key insiders with whom you may connect. The next expectation involves honoring a commitment. An interview is truly a professional commitment. It is imperative that you only commit to an interview if you are truly interested in the opportunity. Career Services has resources to practice interviewing, so please do not waste the employer's time or your time if you are not sincere about the job. Be sure to confirm the logistics of your interview with your contact. For Colgate Recruiting, confirm your scheduled interview date and time on Navigate. Lastly, show up. And if you must cancel, be sure to give the employer as much time as possible. For the Colgate Recruiting Program, we require that you give our office 2 business days notice in advance of a canceled interview. In a job or internship search, you will likely engage in in-person interviews. It is important to consider what impression your professional attire might make. Business formal or a suit is often expected for an interview. Business casually is generally acceptable for employer information sessions or receptions. Generally, interview attire is slightly more formal than what is expected for a typical workday. Try to reflect the culture of the organization in your clothing choices. If you are unsure about the attire expected, ask your contact at the organization. You can also find guidelines on the Career Services website under the Internships and Jobs link. Once an offer is made, it is important for you to take an appropriate amount of time to consider the offer. Receiving an offer is very flattering, but you should not commit or lead an employer to believe you will accept until you are sure it is a good decision for you. Ask for the terms of the offer in writing. Colgate recruiting partners agree to give students 2 weeks to make a final decision on an offer. This is not the rule for other postings on Navigate, however. If you are not provided a time frame to respond, inquire with the employer. Be sure to respond whether you determine to accept the offer or not accept it within the time frame and per the employer's instructions. It is important to maintain good communication with your contacts in a job or internship search. Be sure to acknowledge any correspondence and respond to requests for information in a timely manner. Once you have interviewed, thank you notes should be mailed to your employer within 48 hours. In addition to thank you notes for your interviewers, maintain good communication with and appreciation for your networking contacts. Keep them apprised of your successes. The topic of following up is also applicable when submitting materials for job postings. It is the candidate's responsibility to follow up an application with a phone call or an email to obtain more details about the employer's hiring process and to express your interest. The next expectation involves the acceptance of an offer. Once you have accepted an offer, you must immediately stop all other jobs and internships searches. Ethically, you are required to decline any other interviews or offers at this point. This is why it is very important that you are sure the opportunity is a good fit for you before accepting it. If you need additional time to consider the offer or have other possible opportunities pending that you need to see through, you can ask for an extension to decide. Do so as far in advance of the deadline as possible. It is the employer's prerogative whether an extension is given. A career services advisor can assist you through this situation. As part of the Code of Conduct, you are agreeing to the terms discussed. Additionally, you are granting Career Services permission to release your electronic and hard copy application materials for the respective employers to which you apply for a job or internship. If you have additional job or internship questions, you will consult with Career Services for assistance. Studying off campus during the academic year does impact your involvement in the Colgate recruiting program. While studying off campus, you may not apply for or participate in on-campus interviews. However, you can apply to the many resume collects that occur during that abroad semester. Any exceptions to these study abroad rules will be noted within the particular on-campus recruiting job descriptions that are found on Navigate. This concludes the workshop for the Student Code of Conduct, Professional Career Search Ethics. Now please click on the link that will connect you to the Code of Conduct document. Read, digitally sign, and then click Submit. Please allow Career Services 1 business day to update our records to reflect you are agreeing to this Code of Conduct, granting you access to amazing resources through the Colgate University's Center for Career Services.